My name is Yes Meghna Prabha and I participated in the 27th book reading session. The best part of the session was, of course, the interaction with Kiran Bedi ma'am. Ma'am gave us lots of advice and it had a great impact on my life. She taught us about how to increase our confidence, how to not give up, and how to strive to achieve our dreams. We even had the chance to talk with ma'am's daughter, Saina ma'am, who gave us lots of advice as well. So I would like to once again thank everyone for having given me such a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to participate in such an awesome session. I really learnt a lot and it had a really great impact on my life, and I've been striving to achieve my dreams till now. Thank you.
My hobbies are dancing, singing, and playing cricket. I also like to grow plants. Whenever I am frustrated, I go and watch my plants growing. This gives me a sense of calmness and relaxation.
My favorite hobbies are dancing and drawing. Dancing allows me to feel free and happy, while drawing lets me express my creativity. Both activities bring me joy and help me feel relaxed in unique ways. They let me be creative and make my day better.
My hobby is to draw and paint. I enjoy it. I try out various kinds of art in my free time, such as Wali art, mandala art, Madhubani painting, and more. It helps me develop my creativity and imagination.
I love reading and writing because they help me explore new ideas and express my thoughts in a very creative way. I am passionate about fitness and enjoy practicing yoga. These hobbies give me a sense of contentment and help me grow personally. Thank you.
My favorite hobbies are listening to music and reading. Where listening to music helps me improve my focus, reduce anxiety, and enhance my mood, reading helps me to boost my general knowledge, analytical thinking, and vocabulary. They bring immense joy and make me feel elated. Thank you.
My hobbies are playing football and volleyball. I also love to do quizzing. I like curling up with manga books and ones related to science. These hobbies make me who I am, and I am grateful to have these hobbies in my life. Thank you.
One of my favorite books is Around the World in 80 Days by Jules Verne. It's about Phileas Fogg, who bets he can travel the world in 80 days. The journey is full of surprises and amazing places. It teaches us determination and to never give up. It's a classic that always keeps me hooked.
My favorite book is A Brief History of Time, written by Stephen Hawking. In this book, he explains complex cosmological events like Big Bang, black holes, and the nature of space and time. He has written this book in such a simple way that anyone can understand.
My favorite book is How to Live Your Life by Rustin Bond. In this book, the author tells us that we should not look back at our failure, as it will only make us regret. He emphasizes on the fact that such things make it difficult to focus on our present goals.
Heidi is my favorite book. It is about a little girl who meets different people in her life and makes them her friends. The reason I have mentioned this book as my favorite book is because it showcases how Heidi's joyful, kind, and positive nature made her a special person in others' life.
My favorite book is The Power of Your Subconscious Mind, written by Joseph Murphy. It is a self help book that explores the idea that the subconscious mind can have an influence on our lives. It talks about how visualization and affirmation can change our thought process.
I have read the book The Theory of Relativity and Time by Albert Einstein. In this book, he has explained the definition of time by saying, time is a river which flows continuously parallel to the space. In this book, he has also explained the theory of relativity in such an easy manner that anyone can understand. Thank you.
How nice.
जयधारी
You,
माप को we welcome audience. जी अब बात करें the Rainbow School Saharanpur, from Rainbow School Saharanpur, and Dipti ma'am, Amita ma'am have helped us to bring all the children together. अब बात करें.
very happy to see the school back again. I visited the school few months ago.
Ji, they've come already with their questions, and they've prepared a little. They prepared their thoughts on their city. So, pehle aap, they'll talk about their city, and then they'll ask you their
Okay,
questions.
go ahead.
Hi, beta. Dipti ma'am, you want to say something before we start? Ma'am,
Switch on your
Anji.
mic.
Yeah, I just want to say that we all are very excited, and it's an absolute honor to be on this session. And we all are thrilled, and we are always looking forward to learn something invaluable from ma'am. She's such a source of inspiration for all of us. I can't express my joy and my excitement.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. And ma'am बता रहे थे सब बच्चे 9th क्लास के स्टूडेंट्स हैं and गुरलीन के बोर्ड एग्जाम शुरू होने वाले हैं. So all the very best for your board exams. माँ
How
bless you.
nice. Yeah, lovely.
हाँ, Dipanshi, you want to start? You want to talk about yourself, the city, जैसे भी आपका मन करे बेटा.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, should I start with my introduction or my,
हाँ बच्चे,
about
introduce भी करो, city के बारे में भी बताओ. Flow with your thoughts. हाँ.
Tell
Okay.
us straight away, Dipanshi, we have your introduction. If you already introduced yourself, your hobbies, etc. Tell
Yes,
us
ma'am.
about
Yes.
Saharanpur.
So, ma'am, Saharanpur is a city in Uttar Pradesh. And, ma'am, I must say it is a hidden treasure. It is full of beautiful and interesting places that appeal to everyone. Ma'am, to begin with, Jama Masjid, a place which history lovers must visit. It is a Mughal era masterpiece which showcases the city's rich heritage. Then, ma'am, for spirituality, the Bhuteshwar Mandir and the Shakumri Devi temples are must visits. The Shakumri Devi temple attracts lakhs of pilgrims, especially during the festival of Navratri. Another unique site here in Saharanpur is the Naugaja Peer. It is a shrine dedicated to a saint who is believed to be 9 yards tall. Many people believe that visiting such shrines with a positive intention can lead to the fulfillment of their wishes. Then, ma'am, my favorite company garden, the colorful flowers, tall trees, and fresh air makes it the perfect spot for families and friends to spend time together. Then, ma'am, lastly, the Radha Swami Satsang Bhavan, which offers a serene place to learn spiritual teachings. With lush green parks, historical monuments, and sacred sites, Saharanpur offers something for everyone. It is a destination worth exploring, ma'am. Thank you.
Super. Thank you, Dipanshi. Very well, son.
Thank you.
Very, very well done.
आयु बच्चे माइक ऑन करो आराम
Yes,
से.
ma'am.
हाँ चलो
Oh, it's
बताओ.
okay now. You speak.
Evening, ma'am. Today I would like to speak about Rishikesh. Rishikesh, nestled on the foothills of the Himalayas along the sacred river Ganges, is known as the yoga capital of the world. Ma'am, it is a city that beautifully blends spirituality and adventure. Ma'am, the iconic Lakshman Jhula and Ram Jhula are its most recognized landmarks, offering the stunning views of the Ganges and the serene mountains. Ma'am, it is a heaven for spiritual seekers with its ashrams, temples, and mesmerizing Ganga Aarti at Triveni Ghat. Ma'am, at the same time, it is a hub for various adventure activities like river rafting, bungee jumping, attracting thrill seekers from all over the world. Moreover, ma'am, there is also one domestic airport which is turning into international one very soon. Ma'am, Rishikesh reminds us to balance modern pursuits and live in harmony with nature. It is a city that inspires peace, mindfulness, and a deeper connection with life. Ma'am, the flowing sound of the Ganges motivates us to keep going in our lives. Ma'am, if you are looking for a break from your chaos of your life, then Rishikesh is a must visit. Thank you, ma'am.
Well described.
हाँ जी बेटा हाँ वेल डन बच्चे कृष्णा
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I would like to tell you about the history of Saharanpur. Ma'am, Saharanpur is a city located in Uttar Pradesh state of India. Ma'am, it was earlier known as Shah Haranpur, named after a Muslim saint Shah Harun Chishti, but it was renamed as Saharanpur. Ma'am, some people say that Saharanpur was founded by a Jain man whose name was Shah Ranveer Singh. During the Mughal period, ma'am, Emperor Akbar made Saharanpur a Sarkar, that is an administrative unit, under the province of Delhi. He gifted the Jagir of Saharanpur to Raja Shah Ranveer Singh, who laid the foundation of the present city at the site of an army cantonment. Ma'am, Saharanpur was a walled city with four gates: the Sarai Gate, the Lakhi Gate, the Mali Gate, and the Buraiya Gate. Ma'am, also the ruins of Shah Ranveer Singh Old Fort can still be seen in Chaudhry locality of Saharanpur. And this city holds a lot of historical significance too, as Bhagat Singh ancestral property is located in village of Khatkar Kala, located near Paudoi Nadi, a tributary of Yamuna River. That's all. Thank you, ma'am.
Well done.
श्रो वेल डन बच्चे अच्छा प्रिशा
Ma'am, I would like to tell you about crafts Saharanpur is famous for. Ma'am, Saharanpur is an industrial hub in India which is renowned for its handicrafts and woodwork. Ma'am, the tradition of woodwork here is centuries old. Ma'am, this art likely started in the Mughal period. Saharanpur's timeless woodwork catches every single person's eye who visits the market here. One can see beautiful wood carving made with elegance and detailing. Ma'am, I would personally suggest buying furniture from Saharanpur if one wants rare, uncommon, and dazzling furniture. Shisham wood is the mainly used raw material in this industry. Ma'am, apart from furniture, it has beautiful and astounding home decor items also. Ma'am, Saharanpur's cloth market are one of the most vibrant and bustling places in Saharanpur. These markets provide a vast array of fabrics, catering to different tastes and preferences. Beautiful fabrics, beautiful prints, and graceful embroidery. One can see any kind of fabric here. Ma'am, all this woodwork and these crafts are exported all around the world from here that has created a good self employment for people too. Ma'am, what I personally like about this place the most is that this place is home to many artisans and craftsmen. If someone is visiting Saharanpur, don't miss exploring markets because one will end up missing those beautiful crafts that they will scarcely ever see.
Well done, Prisha.
वेरी नाइस
Thank you, ma'am.
वेरी नाइस बेटा
You all are contributing a different aspect of Saharanpur. Isn't it, Dipti? There is
जी
no overlap.
Yes,
They are
ma'am.
all giving their own understanding of how their view, their perspective. Go ahead. Next one, Saina.
मयूर बेटा
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I would like to talk about what I like about Saharanpur. Uh, Ma'am, I am proud to call Saharanpur my hometown. There are many things I love about this city. Let's begin with the people. Ma'am, they are warm, welcoming, and always ready to help. Ma'am, then there's the food. Ma'am, the food here is very delicious. From spicy chaat to sweet kulfi. Ma'am, streets here are a foodie's paradise. Ma'am, I also love the city's rich history and culture. From beautiful temples to the vibrant markets, there is always something new to explore. Uh, Ma'am, Saharanpur is very famous for its wood crafting, and some of the old factories like ITC and Star Paper Mill are also set up here to boost city's economy. Ma'am, but what I think I love the most about Saharanpur is its simplicity. Ma'am, it's a city that is rooted in tradition yet open to change. It's a place where everyone knows each other and where community comes first. Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am, that's all.
Oh, nice. You took another perspective.
Very nice.
Yes.
हाँ बच्चे गुरलीन
Yes, Saharanpur, a city in Uttar Pradesh, is bordered by many states, namely Uttarakhand, Haryana, etc. Settled in the majestic Himalayan range, Uttarakhand is a treasure full of natural beauty, spiritual heritage, and adventure spots. It includes many places which are the best tourist attractions. Top on the list is Nainital, a charming hill station surrounded by the beautiful Naini Lake. A boat ride here is a must. Next, we go towards Haridwar, the spiritual heart of India. The evening Ganga Aarti at Har Ki Pauri is a sight to behold. Jungle safari at Rajaji National Park is also an amazing experience. Mamrurki, which is known for its beauty, history, and famous educational institute IIT, has a much to discover. Moreover, Dehradun is full of incredible experiences. Robert's Cave, Tiger Falls, Sarastradhara are the main tourist attractions. Mammasuri, the Queen of Hills, is also located near us and is one of the favorite haunts of the people of Saharanpur. To conclude, Saharanpur is surrounded by many tourist places. Thank you.
It's very interesting how each one of you, I don't know whether you planned it this way, but it's been like a sequence, isn't it? It's like a sequence, and each one of you heard the strength of Saharanpur. All five of you have identified five different strengths from your point of view. So somebody's talked about people, somebody's talked about history, somebody's talked about business and marketing, somebody's talked about the neighborhood, like what Gurleen has said. It's very interesting, all of you. Very well done. Thank you so much, all of you. Dipanshi, Krishna, Prashad, Vyom, Gurleen, and Ayu. Thank you so much. All six of you. So I remember my visit to your rainbow school. The madam principal and madam, all of the team management, such wonderful, and the hall in which we addressed you all. Were you there? Were you there?
Yes, ma'am. We were the participants. Uh,
Were the participants in some event?
yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Acha.
Yes, ma'am.
Were your parents in the hall?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Good. Do they remember the event?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Ma'am.
ma'am.
The founders of your. Deepti, help me recall the name of the founder.
Ma'am, it is Mrs. Nargis Malik, ma'am.
Mrs. Malik. Mrs.
Yes, ma'am.
Malik and her daughter-in-law and her son, a wonderful family.
Yes,
Mrs.
ma'am.
Malik,
Ma'am,
how
Amita
she's
ma'am was the one who actually
Amrita.
planned this, that she is going to make it a surprise for Nargis ma'am, that she will come and see such a beautiful thing that she had organized. And she put in a lot of heart and soul into it.
Absolutely. Amrita is the one who invited me and made sure I'm there for
And she
her
was very
mother-in-law.
excited to have you there. And she was so happy the day she declared. We could see that happiness on her face.
No, he said you have to come because my mummy wants you, which is
Yeah.
Mrs. Malik. This very
Yes.
lovely family, Indeed, the son, the daughter-in-law, and the mother, and all of you. It was a lovely family environment. And Mrs. Malik is so devoted to her school. How she started from a small room. She
Yeah,
started
it was
from a
a
small
garage.
garage, yes. She
Yeah,
started
it was
from
a
a garage.
garage.
And few years' time, she's brought it into such a beautiful school and a landmark in Saharanpur itself.
Yes, ma'am. We have
See,
three branches.
her story and the strength of her family, I think, is an example for entrepreneurship. This was entrepreneurship in education, but also meeting the needs of a city. And all of you
Yes,
got
ma'am.
such a great, very beautiful building. I saw the exhibition, technology, latest being taught to all of you. So I want to thank Mrs. Malik and I want to thank Amrita for making this, because that's a time when I did offer that let's have your school on our book reading show. And I'm glad it has fruitioned. I want to thank my team of demonstrative learning, which have made this possible.
And we
Please
want to
pray for
thank
my,
you, ma'am, to have this idea that we are here with you. Can't actually tell you how excited we were while we were preparing for it. We were actually very, very excited.
yeah. And I want to, I'm sure because this program is live, many of your friends would be watching it or
Yeah.
could later, because you will be on the demonstrative learning YouTube as a part of history. So this episode can be seen at any time later, even if it's not watched live. So you can let your friends know that they can go to demonstrative learning and see the program. Will you do that? Yes?
Yes, ma'am, absolutely.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So Saina, should we go to the Q&A now?
हाँ जी, हाँ
Yes.
जी.
And I must tell you, also say, well done. Your book selection has been very good. Each one of you read a very good book. It's been a very good, worth reading. So, both the things from this program, which you've done on your own, one is preparation for knowing the city where you're living. And secondly, having read a book which is going to stand you in good stead as you grow. And third, also about sharing your hobbies and you're proud of them. These are all three very valuable skills which you have picked up while preparing for for this book show, this book reading program, and otherwise. Now, whatever you're doing, all the three things, keep knowing your city, being proud of the city, do the city proud. Your hobbies must continue, and your reading must continue, because all the three things will make you better people, better persons. So it's a very good thing that this has happened for you. It's not it's a lifetime memory which will be left in your minds of this program which we are doing today. It's a lifetime memory. Just as it's lifetime for us, it's lifetime memory for you. And thereafter, you will stay connected because one of our team members, Shivani Arora, will stay in touch with you through a book reading messaging in the morning. You'll get a message of morning nutrition. You'll get a very good positive thought to start your day with. So you will be connected in our larger group of book reading, which is thousands of children now from across the country and the world. So you'll be part of a large BRS book reading book reading children group, BRS as we call. Okay, let's have our questions, Saina. If we can go ahead with questions.
हाँ जी.
Okay.
Dipanshi, ask बच्चे.
Okay.
Ask बेटा.
Sorry. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, how do you define success and has your definition changed over time?
Yes, it has changed over time. And like yours changed over time. It also
Yes.
evolves. You see, one thing which remains constant is that if you are in the end of the day, whatever you do, you are not happy. You're not happy. Will you call it successful?
No, ma'am.
So in the world outside world, a trophy is a success. A medal is a success. Of course, it gives you happiness, right? But is that the only definition of success? It has changed over a period. Hasn't it changed with all of you also? It's changed with
Yes,
me as
ma'am.
well. It changes with time. It changes with age. It changes with circumstances. It changes with thinking. But one thing remains constant is what makes you happy and what keeps you healthy. Two things, happy and healthy. H plus H. If it doesn't make you healthy, and healthy is not just body, healthy is emotional, healthy is mind, healthy is spiritual. So if it does not make you happy within and without, within, genuinely happy, that you really want to celebrate, to me, this is success. But what makes you, when you're a child, having a wonderful toy makes you happy. Having a wonderful toy. As you grow, you want something different. Now having a great iPhone makes you great happy. Having a lovely computer makes you happy. Downloading of a great app makes you happy. And you succeeded. I've got it. And knowing it to use it technologically makes you succeed. You say, I'm successful. Because, you see, the larger meaning of success and the shorter meaning of success, it has changed with me too. And with age, it changes. Like, for instance, being with you right now, doing this show, is is a success for us as a team because we got you together, chat together, share together. It's a success of the channel called Demonstrative Learning and me, personally, individually, and collectively. So I think it's just. But what is permanent is the underlying objective is that I feel in the good. I feel good. Earlier,
Yes.
when you're young, competition and winning a competition makes you feel successful. Now, at some stage like mine, competition means nothing. Collaboration means everything. See that? So,
Yes.
how from competition now, it's collaboration. While for you, getting competitive and scoring the highest marks is great success because you competitively saying, I'm better than you, I've done better than you. But it's perfect, it's very relevant. It's not about right and wrong, it changes, evolves with circumstances. Sometimes, when you are small like this, what comes to you makes you happy. As you grow, what comes to others in the family makes you happy and you feel successful as a member of the family. So it changes with time. It has evolved with me too. And
Yes, ma'am.
when you look back, you start saying, oh, this is now more. Being now healthy at my age, to be healthy and energetic is success. But then when we are small, we take health and energy for granted. Oh, हमारे पास तो स्टेमिना है, हमें 24 घंटे बिना सो के भी काम कर सकते हैं. अब अच्छी नींद भी आनी is success. सुबह उठ के healthy होना is success. So things change with time, and one evolves and realizes that only with time. I cannot expect you to be understanding what I'm saying now, but what I'm saying, you will evolve. Ask Dipti, as a teacher, when she was studying and getting appointed as a teacher was success. Now, seeing you all do well is success for her. Dipti, would you
That's
like to
true.
say that as
That's
a teacher?
true, ma'am. Yes. Earlier, it was only me that I was concerned about, but now I'm really concerned about my children that they do well. If they fail, I am disappointed. So, this is what success is, that you become successful, and they all know it.
How it changes.
Yes.
So, Devanshi,
Yes.
it's good you got to, but now, even you want to know the meaning, go back to your childhood, smaller childhood, primary, middle. Oh, having a good friend, and she hugged you and she loved you and said, I'm so happy, and happy birthday gift is success. You feel so very happy. But now, giving a good present maybe gives you happiness. So, success is when you've succeeded in being what you want to do and be. But everybody defines success in their own ways. But
Yes,
I'm
ma'am.
just making you conscious of the feeling because you win a trophy, but sometimes you win a trophy at some other's cost and the other friend is crying. You don't feel happy. Say, okay, too, but my friend lost it. She was crying. I don't like it. You've not, you know, way you've not made because you feel that your friend is lost. You don't look at what you won, but you feel she has lost. You've grown up. But that doesn't mean you don't win. You win. But you start realizing that only winning is not enough. Winning is not sufficient. Shared victory. When a team spirit happens, it's a shared victory. That's what it is. Right, Dipanshi?
Yes, ma'am, absolutely. Thank you
So
so
you'll all
much.
grow up looking at and you start defining your own questions yourself and answers.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
Saina?
Thank you.
जी मम्मी। कृष्णा बच्चे पूछो।
Ma'am, I want to ask you a thing that world does not know about you, but you would like to tell us.
I read your question and I start to wonder, what do I tell you? And do you know what will I tell you? There's a
Yes, ma'am.
biopic on my life which is under construction. And my producer and my director have told me, ma'am, you will not tell anybody don't tell anybody everything. Let it come in the biopic. And the subtitle of the biopic called Bedi. The biopic, it says, the person you know, but the story you don't. So I'm not going to tell you you don't know, because my producer and the director of film biopic called Bedi, and it's under construction. He's already finished the script. He's finished the
Oh,
script, and many things he researched and searched out for to make the film. I think the good idea would be, Krishna, when we release the film, and then you
yes,
tell me, ma'am, tell us what is not in the film,
yes, ma'am.
what has been kept out of the film. Why? Why? Because of the limited length of the film. You cannot put everything.
Yes, ma'am.
There's a limited length. And that's what the producer and the director told me. His name is Gaurav Chawla and Kushal Chawla. They are the producers and the directors. And they told me, ma'am, they had to shorten the script sharply to fit into the time rules. But there is so much which can be shared and not known. So, ma'am, you will tell the stories of the what has not been able to fit into the film after the film release.
Okay, ma'am. I will ask you later.
No, when the book is released, or when the film is released, then we'll all reconnect and celebrate it. We'll celebrate
Yes.
it, and then I will tell you all the story of what is not
Yes.
in the book, the film. We will have a show of the
Oh, yes.
film, and we'll all get together. We'll have a large Zoom show and bring all the family of the BRS together, all of you students together, and then I say, now you've seen the film. Now I will tell you what's not in the film.
Yes, ma'am.
That will
Okay,
make
ma'am.
sense, isn't it? Okay,
Yes,
good.
ma'am.
All right.
Thank you.
हाँ बच्चे। प्रिशा।
Ma'am, if you could switch places with a historical figure, who would it be?
I have been saying this before. I've been saying this before and I stayed now. I would like to be Swami Vivekananda in uniform. Swamiji was in Bhagwa. Swamiji was in Swami's dress. For me, my uniform will be my Swami's dress. I would like to be like Swami Vivekananda at work. Policing in such a way that it's like a puja, it's a worship. Well, I've looked at it with devotion. My work has been a very devoted work, all the time being of value to others. So I would be, if I were to be, I would be any day prefer to be a Swami Vivekananda or a Swami. Because had I not had had I not had these feelings, I wouldn't have joined the police service. Policing means, or anybody who joins the armed forces with the missionary zeal is a devoted person. It is as good as wearing the Swami's clothes. Uniform, wearing your uniform in the service of your nation is actually a devotion, is an act of worship towards a nation. Because no amount of money can compensate what you get. It cannot. Because the kind of work which I did, it involved only not my time, it involved my daughter's time. It involved my parents' time. It involved my family time. It involved my friends' time. Time which could have been meant for them was also placed at the altar of my service. So it's an ultimate devotion. You are at home and you're not at home. You're there for the crisis, you're not there for the crisis. You're in they are suffering, and sometimes you're not there to handle their suffering because you're not posted there. You're elsewhere. So it's an ultimate devotion for anybody who's in uniform, whether it's khaki or it's olive green or it's blue or it's white in the Navy. It's a devotion to the country. So I would be like a Swami Vivekananda.
जी आयु बेटा
Vyom. Ayu. Acha, okay.
आयु
Ayu.
आयु
Okay, Ayu, carry on. Ayu,
Yes,
switch on
ma'am.
the mic and stay away from the. And now speak.
हाँ बच्चे
Ayu. Now speak.
वी-
Speak, Ayu. Mic on.
हाँ, on है.
Switch on the mic.
Should we get back to your question, Nita?
I think now speak, Ayu. Your mic is on.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
पूछ बेटा, हाँ जी.
Speak. We are hearing you. I think she needs a correction.
हाँ
Next
जी,
one.
हाँ जी. Gurleen,
Yes, ma'am. My question to you is, when writing about your experiences, how do you balance sticking to facts with the need to keep the narrative engaging for readers?
When I write, I keep anger away or being hurtful to others away. I try and moderate. Supposing I came across a person who was not value based in governance and service, not value based. I will hide his identity. I'll not expose the identity. I'll probably change the name. So therefore, I will speak the truth, evidence based, but protect the identity of the person. But will be factually correct. But also not expose the person to by and large. 99.1, I would agree, I would go about not to expose the identity of the person unless the whole act of that person is already standing exposed. Yet I may not repeat it. Depends on the situation also. So writing is a very, very sensitive matter. It concerns others. So respecting others while balancing the truth. And if it is evidence-based, and if it is requiring to be said, then I may take the harsh decision. So it all varies from situation to sentence, thought to thought. So it's a sensitive work. Equally responsible. So there's no cutthroat answer, yes or no. It depends on the ethics, conscience, your own conscience within. Do you want to do it? Do you want to say it? Or do you want to protect the identity? Or you want to expose because you feel the person needs to be, because he's been hurtful to society. So it all depends. Now, people, when I was running the prison, some names were already known who were escaping or who were drugging inside or who were buying up privileges from inside the prison. The names are already known. Or the gangster, the name is known. I won't shy away from repeating the name because it's already known. But where it's not known, maybe not. But had the same kind of criminal act. So it all varies. Gurleen?
Thank you, ma'am.
हाँ जी.
Yeah, carry on.
Vayu,
Yeah, yes, ma'am. Ma'am, through your books and your action, ma'am, you have inspired many. So, how do you envision your legacy, and what would you like people to remember you for? Ma'am, that's my
Well,
question.
once the book, uh, uh, I think the biopic film will do the trick. You will have so much of a variety that that will be shared through research, which has been done. So much of a variety that each one of you will pick up something of your own and say, I think I love this or I like it. It might impact you in different ways. So the film is not coming tomorrow, it's still in the making. But I think the film will do this. But one legacy which I think could be drawn as a common legacy from the film is that wherever I was, whatever posting I had, whatever position I had, I tried to make the maximum of it. I to try to give my best to it, to the maximum, not minimizing, but maximizing it. And when you see the film, you could see that every situation that I went through, which was challenging, which was a tough decision or courageous or risk oriented, it was you had two options in every situation of which I went through, or it became controversial. Every situation of that, you would get to see, oh, there was an easier option open. Why did ma'am take the difficult option? And that she had to go through all this. She could have taken an easier option. What you will see in that film probably is that I never took an easier option open because it was easy. I took the difficult option because that was required. It was required, not because I wanted to do it, but that was the need of the day, need of the situation. So I think that's a legacy, is that when you're in government service, particularly, or you're in administration, you have options to find an easy way out, and you have also options to drive the transformation and the change. And transformation and change does not happen without the effort, without the risk, without the courage, without the decision making, without the likely controversy which could face or consequences. So I think that's a legacy, that in government service you have two options always. One is status quo, the other is transformation for the purpose of the service with which you are. Okay, that's the legacy, and this is the message you get. Saina, anything else?
Thank
जी,
you, ma'am.
आयु का क्वेश्चन ले लेते हैं. Do you think women in leadership roles face unique challenges compared to men? How can they navigate through it?
Or because she's missing the technological. Acha. So the question is, can you repeat it, Saina?
Do you think women in leadership roles face unique challenges compared to men?
Yes, they face. Women do face some unique challenges for reasons of many. There are many reasons. But one priority reason is A, they stand out, because that's not the tradition. In many, today's newspaper I was reading, that there are only 19% women are at the top in C-suite, which is as company executives, as the CEOs, chief executive officers, C-suite, which means at the top of the corporates, only 19% women are. So that means most of them who are there are already by themselves. Can you hear us? Can you hear?
Yes, ma'am. Can you hear
Good.
me?
Yes, now speak your question.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, my question to you is, do you think women in leadership roles face unique challenges compared to men? How can they navigate through these?
Women face challenges all over the world, wherever they are in the top positions, because they're different. A, biologically different, respondingly different, dealing with many matters different, because their nature is different. The humankind has two mindsets. It's a male mindset and a female mindset. There are certain commonalities, but there are certain differences. What is the man known for and what is the woman known for? Man is known for stark courage, raw courage. Man is known for raw courage. Woman is known for courage, but humane courage. That's a perception. Very exceptionally, you will come across a woman called Phulan Devi. Very rarely, you will come across a woman called Phulan Devi who had the raw violence. And when she committed the raw violence, it was in retaliation to the raw violence she faced and encountered as growing up as a woman. Right? That's her story. And that's directly my evidence because I saw her and I met her. Right? So that's a movie called Phulan Devi. So that's an exception. So the man is known for raw courage, brutal courage sometimes. And he suffers a lot. And he's got much more staying power and stamina. That's why the weight he can the woman carry the same weight? No. We don't have to match each other. Every woman has to develop to become a Mary Kom. She's not born a Mary Kom. Right? Whereas the man is not उनका कोई वो जो weight कौन है, can you name a man who was very big? Can you name a man who's very big and strong? Dadar. Khali.
Yes.
Khali was, of course, every man is not born Khali. But there's another person also in Indian who was that? What was his name? He used to come in the films. Who used to come in the films? Who is big and built, big built, who used to play that role, the stand and tall, very muscular. What is the name of the person?
रेसलिंग में केरवा
Wrestling में कौन था?
दारा
याद है?
सिंह जी की बात कर
Dara
रही हूँ.
Singh. Okay, we're talking about that. Every man is not born Dara Singh. Right. So every woman is not born Mary Kom. Mary Kom had to grow up, develop to be a Mary Kom. But compared to ordinary man or a boy and girl, why does the boy is born strong? Because he does not suffer periods from the age of 14. He does not go through menstrual losses from the age of 14. So while the boy is getting stronger physically, the woman is not getting physically stronger. She's mentally growing stronger, bodily growing, but also every month losing energy through menstrual cycles. So there is a visual difference challenges between the stamina and the strength, physical strength. I'm now talking mental strength. Mental strength of a boy, man, or a woman. That's straight away there. But how does it impact? How does it impact her family? The challenges she faces, she is equally educated. She's equally educated. She's mentally very equally strong. But when it comes to then motherhood, she again slips back to maintain her motherhood, not fatherhood. Father is great, glorious, celebrates, oh, I'm a father. But the motherhood is, oh, I'm a mother. But motherhood with the responsibility that the child is hanging on to the mother. I want my mummy. I want my mummy. So she gets divided over her time spent or her time for need and attention between the child and the work. It's at a later stage. But if she does not become motherhood, well, she can't stay. There is no divided responsibility. She's by herself. And then there is no difference, let me tell you that. Then the number of hours and the skill she has, it's equal. It's equal. Or the challenge that the woman has is that if she's born with, she is having a tough work like I did, and I had a daughter who also needed attention. I had a support system of my family and my mother. That is how I could manage my work. Now, so imagine a woman who becomes a mother, does not have a support system. That's a challenge. So I would say the only challenge now for a man and a woman working outside the home, outside the home is the support system. The woman needs a support system. For the man, woman becomes a support system. That means we need to value supporting families. It's not the time for nuclear families. If we have to have women work equally and and realize their potential at work, the family as a whole needs family support. Family to expand needs family support. See this? And in that, the biggest gainer is the family, but the woman most. Because without that, she cannot manage work and motherhood at the same time easily, unless she has a child locked up in a residential school and then comes once in a while. It's pretty tough. So I think work-wise today, women and men are equally qualified professionally. They're equally educated educationally, professionally. The change comes in their lives and challenge comes in their lives when they decide to become parents. But there's another challenge before the woman is when she goes into a menopause. That's again biological. These are biological changes. And the effect it has on the woman of menopause varies from woman to woman. So these are health issues. So biology comes in the way of that's the biggest challenge. Biology comes in the way of a working woman, but mentally, emotionally, she's no less. She's equally strong. So, but the biology needs to be supported by family support when the challenge so comes. That is why we need to promote family relationships, family support systems, community support systems. And now with nuclear families, that is where families are losing out. And their biggest pressure is on a mother if she does not have family support system. So the professionally they're very good, equal, but when it comes to management of a home after work, that's a very big challenge if the family is not there to support. So, but this is a matter of great detail and discussion. So therefore, men or boys or girls grow up understanding these strengths of yours that to become collaborative. So answer lies in collaboration of family relationships. It's not living alone, not in isolation, but seeking out support of each other to realize full potential of men or women.
Thank you, ma'am.
I've tried to explain to you. I don't know, do not know at this age how much would you understand. But you see your parents, I think your parents are your examples. You see your mothers,
Yes, ma'am.
if they're working, and you see your papa's parents, how are they, and with extended families or not. I think you see it all, and every home is unique. Okay, carry on. Saina, can you do a wrap up?
Gee, yesterday was the Republic Day. Mummy completed 50 years. 50 years ago, 1975.
Five.
1972, she joined the forces. 1975, she led the parade. I'll tell you why I'm sharing this with you. The parade was 14 kilometers, and you had to hold the sword and complete the parade. तो उनको पूछा गया था कि आप परेड पूरी कर पाओगे, आप 14 किलोमीटर चल पाओगे, वो भी स्वॉर्ड उठाकर। उन्होंने बोला हाँ मैं कर पाऊंगी। आपको भी यही करना है। आपके सारे क्वेश्चंस का आंसर इसमें। हम सबकी परेड अलग अलग है, हम सबकी स्वॉर्ड अलग अलग है। हम सबने बस ये डिसाइड करना है कि, और वो स्वॉर्ड सिंबॉलिक है, क्योंकि जहां पर पीस ऑफ माइंड, कामनेस, प्यार, कंटेंटमेंट, एक्सेप्टेंस, सिरेनिटी, शुक्राना, ह्यूमिलिटी, ये इमोशंस का लैक होता है, वहां पर कुछ नहीं होता है। लेकिन हम सबके 14 किलोमीटर अलग अलग है, तो किसी का कोई रास्ता मिलेगा, किसी का कोई रास्ता आएगा, रास्ते में पता नहीं क्या क्या आएगा, पता नहीं क्या क्या आएगा। कुछ चीजें कंट्रोल कर पाओगे, कुछ चीजें कंट्रोल नहीं कर पाओगे, कुछ चीजों के लिए ऐसे ही मासूमियत वाले सवाल पूछोगे, कुछ चीजें समझ नहीं आएंगी, कुछ आ जाएंगी। वहां पे समर्पण, बट हैव आई गिवन माई बेस्ट? कितना बेस्ट? बेस्ट किसको कहते हैं? लेकिन सीधी स्पाइन, डिग्निटी, सिर उठाकर, प्रार्थना के साथ, अवेयरनेस के साथ, एक और वैल्यू सिस्टम के साथ जो हर मौसम में नहीं डगमगाता, अवेयरनेस के साथ, अपने अपने हालात समझते हुए, अपने अपने संस्कार, परिवार, परिस्थिति समझते हुए, आत्मसम्मान को उठाकर, वो स्वॉर्ड नहीं है, वो आत्मसम्मान है, और उस आत्मसम्मान में बहुत सेल्फलेसनेस है। बढ़ो आगे समझ के साथ, परेड तो पूरी करनी है, बढ़ो। यही सोचना है, क्योंकि 15-14 इस उम्र में जो आप सवाल पूछ रहे हो ना, ये बहुत बड़े 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 सवाल है। बस एक संकल्प ले लो, मैंने परेड पूरी करनी है, अभी इस परेड में मेरा स्कूल आ गया है, फिर मेरा कॉलेज आएगा, फिर मेरे रिश्ते आएंगे, फिर मेरी जिम्मेवारी आएंगी, अलग अलग पड़ाव आएंगे। मैं अपने आप को तैयार करूं, फाइनेंशियली, फिजिकली, इमोशनली, स्पिरिचुअली, ठहराव लाऊं अपने में, किसी कंपैरिजन में ना पड़ूं। एक ये बात, दूसरा ना, टाइम ले रही हूँ लेकिन ये बोल के जाना है मुझे, ये दोबारा दूसरा बारी हुआ ये क्वेश्चन, इसलिए बोल रही हूँ कि मम्मी को पूछा गया है कि अगर आपको कोई और बनना है तो क्या बनोगे? क्यों बनना है कोई और? क्यों बनना है कोई और? क्यों क्यों चेंज करनी है जगह किसी और के साथ? God is very, very just. We are a soul having a human experience. तो अगर प्रिशा बनकर आई है, उसके पीछे एक डिवाइन रीजन है। डू जस्टिस टू बीइंग प्रिशा, डू जस्टिस टू बीइंग कृष्णा। और आपको पता होगा वो जस्टिस क्या है, वो है सक्सेस। दीपांशी की सक्सेस दीपांशी की होगी, कृष्णा की सक्सेस कृष्णा की होगी। कृष्णा को पता होगा मैंने परेड पूरी करी और मैंने समर्पण के साथ अपनी ह्यूमन कैपेसिटी में आई डिड जस्टिस टू माय परेड एंड कैरिंग द सूट। ये है बड़े होना, इसको बड़ा होना भी बोलते हैं। सो ब्लेस यू, माँ ब्लेस यू।
Thank you, children. I want to thank Dipti, Mrs.
Thank
Malik,
you,
and
ma'am, and
Amita.
congratulations. Congratulations on completing 50 years.
Thank you so much.
And
Say
it
my
is
thank
really
you
an
to
honor
Mrs.
to
Malik.
know this.
Say my thank you to the entire Rainbow School under
Surely,
Mrs.
ma'am. Surely.
Malik and Amita ji. Tell them I had very fond memories.
दीप्ति मैम,
Yes,
आप
ma'am.
कुछ कहना चाहेंगे बिफोर वी कंक्लूड प्लीज?
Ma'am, I'm really speechless. The last overwhelming word spoken by you, it actually made me like somewhere whenever we lose our vision. Now today, the words spoken by you have given me my vision back. That this is how we have to move on in our life. We can't step back. We have our own fights, we have our own struggles, but we keep on smiling and we have to embrace everything that's coming our way. And your words have actually brought me back to where my struggle is going on, actually. Thank you
Marvelous.
so much. Thank
Bless
you.
you. Bless you. Thank you.
And
Thank you for
thank
your
you, Kiran ma'am. Thank you to you too. Your words are really a true inspiration for us. I will never ever forget this session. And I am as thankful to Amita ma'am, rather more thankful that she has given me this chance that I could be with you. It was really lovely.
thank
Even
you.
my children will never forget this. I'm sure.
So we
Yeah.
can thank Saharanpur. Thank you
Yeah.
for in great respect to Saharanpur, what it stands for. Make Saharanpur proud as you grow in the journey of your parade. Thank you. Okay,
Thank you,
bye-bye.
ma'am.
Thank you,
Thank you.
बच्चों. माँ
Bye-bye.
bless you.
Thank you so
And
much,
Gurji,
ma'am.
all the best for your board exam. बहुत अच्छे से करो. हाँ, दिल से करो. जी, जी. जय धारी.
Best wishes for all your exams ahead. Keep
जी.
shining and keep sharing.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Keep succeeding.
Bless you.
Keep
Thank
scoring.
you.
And best of all, being good human beings. Happy and healthy human beings.
Yes.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Bless
Thank
you.
you, ma'am.
जय धारी.
Thank you.
Bless you, बच्चों. हंसते खेलते रहो. Bless you. जय धारी.